Hey guys, it is Wingy here, and welcome to, as promised, the Christmas Q&A. Now, I asked you guys on YouTube in the community tab, I think, for some questions, and I also shared that on Twitter and Instagram. So here we are. This is what we're doing. What's the word? I've roped you in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've roped in Becky to ask me the questions, and I'm just sat here with a rum and Dr. Pepper, so getting myself into the Christmas spirit, as it were. So, you've got questions for me then, have you?
I do.
Okay, so question number one is, are we going Twitter first?
We're going Twitter first.
Twitter first. Okay, so let's see
so
what you tweeters have been saying.
Which classic Who stories do you think would have suited another Doctor? E.g., I'd have loved Troughton in The Sunmakers.
I don't actually know, because I feel like some stories are like they just work because of that Doctor. I wouldn't mind seeing Pertwee in The Invasion, but I love Troughton in that one. That's my favourite Troughton. But it is a very Pertwee story.
Question number 2. Favourite Murray Gold Doctor Who piece?
Probably the Dalek stuff. The Dalek music is very good. It's very good.
It's just your face. The Dalek stuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, the Dalek stuff. Yeah, I'll probably go with that.
Are you going to be in the new SpiderMan movie?
Next question. Yes.
Okay.
Might not be the answer. It might be. I don't know.
How would you rank the decades of Doctor Who, 60s to 2010s?
Off the top of my head, 70s is the best. Then the 80s. Then the 60s. Then the noughties. Sounds so weird saying noughties. Then the 10s, then the 90s. Sorry, Paul McGann movie. Which is... well, and Dimensions in Time. That's literally it in the 90s. Just Paul McGann's movie and Dimensions in Time. That is the worst decade of Doctor Who.
What are your top 3 Christmas movies?
I hate Christmas films.
What?
I hate them. I don't like them.
Oh.
I like Elf.
Oh.
That's about it. Literally the only one that I like. I don't like Home Alone. I find it a bit dull.
Weird.
I know.
Weird.
I'm weird, but I just don't like any of them.
Which classic companions would you like to see return to Doctor Who?
None.
What?
Because it's shit at the minute. Why would I want them to come back into that mess? They've already dragged Captain Jack back. Like, I don't know. I mean, I really like Jo, so bring Katie Manning back because she's fun, and she was fun in the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Agree.
You haven't seen it?
No, I agree with you.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. I was gonna say you haven't watched the Sarah Jane Adventures.
I've seen a clip.
Oh yeah, you have seen. Yeah.
You've shown me a clip.
Yeah, but that's probably Jo. Why not?
What first got you into Doctor Who?
It was on the telly and I liked it.
Cool.
Simple. Literally, like I can't say any. Like that is literally it. I just watched it because my parents liked it.
What do you do for a living?
Furlough. It's pretty much been this year.
But what do you do? What is your speciality?
I make a mean curry. IT, digital marketing, that sort of stuff.
Soulshire in or Soulshire out?
I hate these fuckers who are just like, get the manager out. Like, no, Ollie in, 100%. Like, he's actually so underrated, it's unreal. Like, the amount of abuse that he gets, considering the job he's actually doing, is totally... I know that you're not a United fan, but you obviously will watch stuff with me. Even you're just like, fucking, like, oh, look at the stuff that Arteta gets and Bielsa, and it's like... Ollie's just... what?
Yeah, I think unfortunately people are clinging to the fact that there is an inconsistency with the performance of the players.
But there isn't though, that's the thing.
But that's like literally every team has that. You know, not every team is well oiled every single match that they play. What are your 3 favourite Pokemon regions?
Probably the first 3, because they're the most nostalgic. Although I did like X and Y a lot. But yeah, the first 3 is probably my favourite.
Do you think Doctor Who would benefit from a hiatus for some years, and although you don't enjoy it currently, would you prefer it go to the 60th so we get another epic story?
Probably does need a rest, but I've been saying that it does for years. But I wouldn't mind seeing a multi-Doctor story for the 60th anniversary. But it depends who those Doctors are, because if it's just like my least favourite Doctors out of all of them, it'd just be a bit like...
If you were a Time Lord, would you run away and see the universe like the Doctor?
Who wouldn't? Do you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, I've grown up all my life in like Milton Keynes and you finally got a car, but I'm just going to stay in Milton Keynes, I'm not going anywhere else. You'd fucking leave, wouldn't you? Of course you would.
Which classic Doctor would work well in the modern era? And what modern era Doctor would have worked in the classic era?
Tom and Capaldi.
Swap them over.
Yeah. Tom can work in any era, Capaldi can work in any era. I mean, they are my favourite Doctors of the classic and the new era, so maybe that's why I'm saying that. And I'm just like, put them in anything and everything. But yeah, either of them.
I finished Blake 7 recently. My question is, do you make a video talking about your favourite episodes and the worst ones? I think they're basically saying...
Would you make a video?
Would you make a video?
Probably. I do need to do more Blake 7 stuff. I need to rewatch it actually, and you need to watch it as well.
I started watching it.
Yeah, you watched like half the first series, I think, and we just haven't kept up with it. But
there's just so many things to watch.
Yeah, that's true. But is there though? Because we're always just like, what should we watch?
There's just so many things to watch.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I will probably do more Blake 7 videos.
A lot of people look at the 6th Doctor more fondly now in retrospect than people did in the 80s. Do you think in 40 years people will look at the 13th Doctor the same way?
Probably. Maybe not. It depends on the stories, because like Colin's first season is actually pretty good. There is stuff like Time Lash, but stuff like Two Doctors, Attack of the Cybermen, Revelation of the Daleks is well good. But there's nothing in Jodie's era yet where I've looked at it, I've gone like, that's really good.
Do you collect action figures? Any similar merchandise? And if so, which ones are your favourite?
I'm assuming they mean Doctor Who. Yes, I have got a fair chunk of action figures, as you know. Probably the Matt Smith one in his purple tweed. Surprisingly, is my favourite. Bet you thought I was going to say Tom, didn't you? It's not, it's Matt. In purple. In a matte purple finish.
Hey.
And the other merchandise, like, loads of shit. My scarves are probably my favourite though.
Do you think the end of time did irreversible damage to the 10th Doctor's legacy?
Yes. Purely because you watch that story, then rewatch the rest of his era, and it's like, wow, this guy's a prick. Like an arrogant prick.
What do you think is each Doctor's most forgettable story?
Can't remember. No, I'll try and answer it seriously. For Hartnell, probably any of the pure historicals. I just don't like them. Troughton, probably something like Underwater Menace. Pertwee, probably Monster of Peladon, maybe. Colony in Space, one of them. Tom's the Ribos Operation. That's probably Robert Holmes' worst script. It's awful. Davison probably fought a Doomsday. Colin, Mark of the Rani, in a way. Because that doesn't really stand out. Like, Twin Dilemma's bad, but you remember it. McCoy, probably anything from season 24, because that's terrible. Eccleston, The Long Game. Tennant, Idiot's Lantern. Matt, probably Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. The title says it all. And then Capaldi, In the Forest of the Night, that's just really dull. Or Sleep No More, actually, that one's crap. And then for Jodie, any of them. Nah, like probably Ghost Monument or something like that. Oh, Witchfinders, that was a bit dull.
What would you do if you were the showrunner of Doctor Who? Who? Oh, there's more.
Alright, okay,
There's
sorry.
more.
Jumping the gun here.
Who would you cast as your Doctor, and what would the story arc be?
I'm going to do a video on this.
Oh!
So, in other words, I'm not answering your question yet. Sorry. But in the new year, I'm doing a video on, like, if I was in charge of Doctor Who, what would I do? Like and subscribe and make sure you don't miss that one. Sorry, I just dropped this.
Your favourite and least favourite MCU movie?
Least favourite, probably The Incredible Hulk. That's so boring. Like, it's about a big green dude who smashes shit and you've made it boring. How has that happened? Favourite is either First Avengers, because just the build-up and everything to that was amazing, or Winter Soldier. I love that one.
Have you been following the Time Lord Victorious thing? And do you read, watch, listen to any Doctor Who expanded media in general?
The Time Lord Victorious thing, no, because it's impossible. Because there's so much shit. I'm not even kidding. It's like that Dalek animated series, there's Big Finish, there's books, there's like so much shit, and it's like, I can't afford all of this, and I don't know if it's going to be worth it. What the fuck are you doing, BBC? It seems interesting though. And then for the expanded stuff, yes, like I've read a couple of books, 1 or 2 in my life. And obviously Big Finish, I've been doing the reviews of.
Just 1 or 2?
Yeah, it's
just
1 or 2.
One or two books.
And one of them I actually finished as well.
Was that your ABCs?
Probably, yeah. D is for Doctor Who. E is for Exterminate. They should do that. An ABC book of Doctor Who.
Oh, well, don't publicise it to everyone. You could have...
Yeah, but now people will be like, oh, it's in that video. So if someone does do it, I can sue them. Because I'll be like, I thought of that. Unless that idea's already been done and people are just like, what a fucking moron.
Might be done
Yeah,
somewhere.
probably.
Favourite TV show after Doctor Who? Or is there one ahead of it now?
No, Doctor Who will still be the favourite. Even if I think right now it's shit, and it has been for years. But outside of that, probably Only Fools and Horses, actually. I think that's the one show where I'm like, I can constantly watch this and enjoy it. Every other show just sort of goes down the... Like, I used to love Arrow and Flash. They turn to shit. Everything that I like turns to shit.
Do you yourself follow any Doctor Who YouTube channels?
Yes.
Cool.
Many. I can't... I'll probably forget someone, and then people will just be like, why didn't you mention this person?
But yes, many.
Many a channel.
What do you think of the Space Museum and the Chase? Also, what do you think of the lone Cyberman design?
The Chase is fun. Space Museum, was it the other one? That's probably my like most forgettable Hartnell one.
I really like Space
I literally
Museum.
can't think of a single thing about it.
Oh, I really liked it.
What was the second
The
bit?
lone Cyberman
Oh,
design.
it's alright. It's like hacked bits of other Cybermen put together. It's not the best design. It's fine for what it is.
Mondasian's still my favourite. So.
Earthshot.
Yes. Oh, yours is Earthshot. Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
yes.
no,
Wait,
yours
what?
isn't. I know yours isn't.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Clive has not been in a video for a long time as well. That's something that needs to be rectified soon.
Is Doctor Who beyond salvation?
No. Like, it can literally end up as the worst it has ever been. Ever. And it will still bounce back. It can get through anything.
That is true. Will you plan any more Doctor Who skits dressed as the Fourth Doctor with Ace Creeper or someone?
Okay, well, yeah. Whoever's up for it, I'll happily
Oh my
dress up as another person and do videos with them. I'm down for that. I do actually want to do more Tom skits, but I can never be bothered because that costume is a lot. It's surprisingly a lot. Because it's not just the scarf, you see, it's the layers. Because you've got your shirt, and you've got the tie, and you've got the waistcoat, and then you've got the jacket, and then the scarf, and then the wig, and then the hat, and it's just like, I'm really roasting now. Like, it's not worth it sometimes. So I'm just like, it's not going to be that funny of a gag. I'm not going to do it. But I should. Anyone who wants to talk to me as Tom Baker, just let me know. Even the real Tom Baker, that'd be well funny.
What, just like...
Yeah, like interview Tom Baker as Tom Baker. Not that John Colshaw's ever done that.
When can we meet up? Smiley face and thumbs up. Slurs.
Oh, okay. When it's legal. Is it legal? I don't know the rules. We'll be in tier 27 by the time.
Yeah.
Like, by the time this video comes out, everyone will like have to social distance with people that they've been with throughout the entire pandemic. Everyone will be in cages. Everyone has to wear hazmat suits permanently.
Will you be doing any football-based content in future? Who do you think will be top 4 and relegated from the Premier League? Now be careful, boy.
No, genuine. I'm not actually going to like try and wind you up. So, in terms of football content, yes, I do want to do more. However, it's whether or not people are willing to watch it. I might start a separate channel because I feel like the audience for this channel currently might not necessarily like football. So I don't want to alienate my audience, whereas with the other nerdy stuff, like, there's crossover there, whereas with football, potentially not. In terms of top 4, in no particular order, because I don't know, it's probably going to be Liverpool, annoyingly. United are going to be top 4, the way that they're going. I think Leicester might, funnily enough.
What, nip in there?
Yeah, because I don't see City doing it.
No, I don't.
And I can potentially see... No, I was going to say Everton, I'm going to say Spurs. I forgot about Spurs then. In terms of relegation though, West Brom, Sheffield I think are gone already. And then the last one, see, my heart wants to say Arsenal. But that probably isn't going to happen. Although, if you're an Arsenal fan... Anyway, the other team, Burnley.
Burnley. Oh, good.
Burnley, yeah, I think.
Remember that earlier comment where you were waiting for me, this thing to go to shit? You've saved yourself some time there.
I
genuinely
think Fulham are going to stay up. I'm not just saying that because you're sat in front of me. I genuinely think Fulham will stay up.
Home Alone 1 or 2?
Neither.
Right.
Don't like either. I know, shoot me.
Weird.
Or, well, actually, no, that's not even a threat nowadays. Shoot me. Just be like, cough on me. That's more of a threat.
What do you want for Christmas?
Be able to go outside would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to actually see people, that'd be nice. But I don't know, in terms of like actual presents, I actually haven't wanted much like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That was literally the only thing.
Yeah, that was, to be fair. Just to be fair, I'm pretty sure your whole Christmas present list was Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything that was not, because I asked for a playmat, specific cards for my Shadol deck, I think.
And then clothing.
And then, yeah, some like Yu-Gi-Oh t-shirts and stuff.
Bit of a weird one.
Oh, good.
That's always a good start.
Yeah,
isn't
good
it?
start.
If you were the Doctor, what would your costume be like and your TARDIS be like?
I would go fully naked.
Right.
Because why not? You're a time... Imagine, right, all these historical events and there's just some bloke bollock naked. England lift the World Cup. Like Bobby Moore, that iconic photo of Bobby Moore with a World Cup above his head.
Yeah.
Me stood behind him with my cock out. All throughout history, my penis. That rum has... that rum has gone through. No, in all honesty, sad part is I have actually thought about this. You know my military coat type thing?
Yes.
That would be my... I'd sort of make it like a steampunk out of time look. So like various different pieces of my clothes are from different time periods. So I could have like modern jeans with a Victorian shirt, you know, like with the sort of rounded collars, and like a, I don't know, a waistcoat from the Edwardian times or something like that. And like obviously the coat could be like from World War II. Like a sort of mix and match, literally out of time.
So you've stolen it from random people.
No, because the Doctor's probably picked up a load of clothes on the travels anyway.
That's
so I
true.
imagine the wardrobe is full of like all sorts of shit from
One thing
all
I've
over.
always wondered when I've watched Doctor Who is, when do they take a shower?
Pertwee does.
Does he?
In Spearhead from Space, because you can see his tattoo. Yeah. Oh, also in terms of the TARDIS, something like Capaldi's TARDIS. That's what I'd want.
Like a library.
No, not like a library.
Always reminded me of a library.
Did it?
Yeah.
McGann's is more like a library.
Because you know there's like the steps and then there's
Oh
like
yeah,
the
there's
upper
the bookcases. That's what I like. I
Yeah.
like that about his and Matt's. The levels to it. I really like that. I'd love there's a design where you can get it. Well, you can't get this, but there was a design where the console went from the ceiling, so there's no base underneath it. It's literally hanging from the ceiling. That'd be quite cool. I like that.
What I suggest, I mean, you wouldn't be able to do it with the TARDIS because obviously you just don't have the materials or the money to be able to put together your own TARDIS. But
All the technology.
yeah, all the technology. But I mean, you know, but you could put together an actual costume and then record your like.
I'll do a video of it.
Yeah.
I could potentially. Yeah. Let me know if you want to see that.
Tupac or Biggie?
This is an easy one. Because as much as Tupac is like the icon and like his words and all this sort of stuff are very impactful and important and all that sort of jazz, Biggie is the one that I'm a fan of. Like I've never connected with Tupac the same way that I connected with Biggie. And because I'm a hip hop nerd of how people rap and how people make their verses and stuff, the way Biggie rhymes is so simplistic, but his cadence and flows and rhythm, or you know, whatever you want to call it, that's what makes his songs complex. I just thought it was fucking awesome. Like both of them actually have got very, very distinct voices, but personally, if I had to choose, I'm throwing on Biggie all day.
What's your favourite Jodie Whittaker episode?
Probably Kablam, because it was the least boring out of series 11. But the problem with that one, actually, yes, it is my favourite one, but even my favourite episodes have flaws. They walk on them constantly. No, I think the annoying thing with that is it's sort of like a message about, you know, like Amazon and people being overworked, and it's like, in the end, the villain is an Amazon worker.
Oh.
And he gets blown up. And it's like, what message are you actually trying to send here?
Blow up the controlling Amazon workers.
Yeah, exactly. So if you work for Amazon, blow yourself up is the message that Kablam will send to you. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying that Doctor Who would prefer if you blew yourself up, because that would deal with the problem of overworking and capitalism and all this sort of stuff. That's a simple solution.
That is weird.
That's my favourite episode.
If you could create a classic Who Christmas special, which Doctor, companions and villains would you feature?
This might sound like a bit of a cop-out answer, but I would do, just because I'm curious to see how it would have turned out, I would do the original plan for the 5 Doctors, where Tom was going to be the villain, because I think think it was Terrence Dicks that wrote it, and he said that Tom was the darkest up to that point of the Doctors, and he was the most likely to descend to the dark side. That could have been interesting. 'Cause I quite like when he goes a bit evil in Invasion of Time. I think that could have worked quite well.
What's your favourite thing about Christmas?
I love being with people. That's really good. That's very nice. Buying presents I really enjoy. Like, I enjoy that more than receiving presents now. Because I always worry that you know when someone buys you a present and you know it's half-arsed. As in, like, it's a Lynx Africa set, and you have to sort of go like, hey, thank you, yeah. I hate that, but that's why I like giving presents now, because I love being that person where it's like, if this is shit, I want to see you fake that smile. I want to see you really, like, phone it in. Just like, yeah, thank you.
I can't wait for tomorrow then.
I know, yeah. Literally, that Lynx Africa set that you've got. But I tell you what else I really like as well. Any other day in the year, if you wake up first thing in the morning and crack open a beer, you are an alcoholic. You do it Christmas Day, fine.
Yeah.
That's quite cool. I like how rules sort of go out the window for Christmas Day. I like how everything's shut as well. But then again, every day this year has been Christmas Day in that case, because most people have been drinking as soon as they've got up because there's fuck all else to do and all the shops are shut. 2020 is technically the best year then, because Christmas is every day.
I wish it could
literally.
be Christmas every day.
Yeah, that's why we've got that set up. We've not taken it down since March.
No, absolutely. Well, we put it up in March because we were like, well.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think about the Timeless Child arc?
Ah, the age-old question.